James Ingram, born February 16, 1952 in Akron, Ohio, United States. Died January 29, 2019 in Los Angeles, California. He was an American rhythm and blues singer and songwriter. For years, his rich, deep voice served as backup for prominent artists such as Quincy Jones, Patty Austin, Michael McDonald, the Pointer Sisters, and Michael Jackson. His high-profile collaborations enabled Ingram to win his first ever Grammy Awards, even before releasing an album of his own. He was the third of six children born to Allison Nee Wilson Ingram, who worked as a nurse aide, and Henry Ingram, a deacon in a church. As a child, Ingram spent most of his time at church. His family was musically inclined, and his eldest brother, Henry Jr., was a church minister of music whose performances were often broadcasted on local radio. At the time, Henry Jr. would not teach his young siblings to play piano. "We did sit down and start banging," Ingram later recalled, but Ingram was motivated to learn. He taught himself to play piano, synthesizer, drums, bass, and guitar. In high school, he played football and ran track and field during the day. He performed with his band Revelation Funk at night. In the early 1970s, Ingram and his band were the opening act for the Ohio Players, and together the two bands relocated to Los Angeles in 1973. After 2 years, the other band members of his band returned to Ohio, while Ingram remained in Los Angeles. While in Los Angeles, he struggled to make ends meet by singing and playing backup for various artists, one of whom was the legendary pianist and singer Ray Charles. Ingram played organ on Ray Charles' 1977 hit single, "I Can See Clearly Now." Meanwhile, that same year, England's youngest brother, Philip, became a founding member of Switch, a rhythm and blues band that signed with Motown. Although Ingram did not consider himself a good vocalist at the time, he also earned money by singing on demo tapes for music publishing companies. Acclaimed musician and producer Quincy Jones heard Ingram's voice on a demo tape for Just Once and found his smooth and gospel-trained baritone to be perfect for rhythm and blues. The song impressed Jones asked Ingram to record vocals for his 3 tracks on his 1981 album The Dude, Just Once, The Dude, and 100 Ways, the last of which brought Ingram his first Grammy for Best R&B Vocal Performance in 1982. Over the next few years, Ingram scored a series of hits. His duet with singer Patty Austin, "Baby Come to Me" in 1982, jumped to the top of the chart in 1983 after it was recently featured in the television soap opera General Hospital. In the same year, Ingram recorded the Oscar-nominated "How Do You Keep the Music Playing" for the film Best Friends. In 1983, Ingram released his debut solo album, The Jones-produced "It's Your Night." It earned Ingram a gold record and a Grammy Award for his debut with singer Michael McDonald on "Ye Mo Be There." The collaboration also with Jones in writing the hit single "PYT, Pretty Young Thing" from Michael Jackson's blockbusters album Thriller 1983. In the mid-1980s, Ingram continued to receive more accolades for his collaborative work than his solo efforts. His recording of "What About Me" with singers Kim Carnes and Kenny Rogers was a hit in 1984. Along with all-star lineup of celebrities vocalists, Ingram contributed a solo to the charity single "We Are the World" in 1985. In 1986, he also released the second album, Never Felt So Good, which was not as well received as his debut. The following year, Ingram rebounded with a huge hit when he recorded the Oscar-nominated Grammy-winning single, "Somewhere Out There," with singer Linda Ronstadt for the animated film An American Tail 1986. The song reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1987. In the late 1980s, Ingram left Jones and his Quest label to work with producer Thom Bell at Warner Brothers Records. Their initial collaboration produced Ingram's first #1 hit, "I Don't Have a Heart to Hurt You," from Ingram's album Is Real 1990. His next release was The Power of Great Music 1991, a greatest hits collection. Always You 1993 includes the singles Sing for the Children, the theme song for the Children's Defense Fund. of which Ingram served as a spokesman. Ingram was also nominated for Best Original Song Oscar for two songs that he co-wrote. The Day I Fell in Love from the movie Beethoven's Second in 1993 and Look What Love Has Done from Junior in 1994. Both songs were also nominated for Golden Globes. He released a gospel album in 2008, Stand in the Light. Ingram continued to perform in 2010s and filled venues intentionally. At the end of the decade, however, Ingram died battling brain cancer.